Family is so important, but so many times we place them on the back burner and they are not a priority. At Crystal Clear Hope, we're always talking about entrepreneurship and going after your dreams, but it is important that you have a balance and you spend time with your family as well. So today I want to show you how you can have both. Stage of life brings something new out of us, so it's important that we embrace each and every stage that we're in. So one thing you have to learn how to do is to prioritize your priorities. And so to begin that process, you're going to write a priority list, just a simple overview of what your priorities are. So for instance, family, business, health. After you do that, you're then going to create a plan on how you're going to implement those priorities into your life, something that is actionable. So if you're going to have dinner together every night at 7 o'clock, put that on your calendar, 7 o'clock every night, family dinner. So what are some of the things that you can do? The first thing is ask your family members every day how their day was. That makes such a big impact. Now, if you have teenagers, they may be reluctant to answer and you may be like, they never have anything to say, but keep asking. I promise you, they want you to ask and they want you to care. So ask them how their day was. Also tell your family members every day that you love them. Say, I love you. I know adults who say their parents have never said I love you to them. You don't want that to be your children. You also don't want your spouse to feel in love. So say those words, and then it creates within your kids, they'll do that when they grow up as well. And so it's important. Another way that you can spend time together that is not going to cost you any time is in the car. Let's put the devices away. Let's turn off the radio and use that time to talk to each other. It doesn't cost any extra time in your life, so it's not like you have to carve it out. Just be intentional about spending that time together. I understand getting off from work, having to go pick the kids up, go through the drive-thru, get something to eat, then get to practices and rehearsals, so you're non-stop. In those moments, you're going to be in the car anyway. Why not use them as bonding time and time that you guys can grow closer? Another thing that you can do is to have dinner together. Have dinner together at night, and even if a family member can't make it, whoever can, you guys come together and have dinner together. And maybe that family member is commuting and so they're not at work or anything like that. They just haven't gotten home yet. If that's the case, use technology to your advantage. Call them on the phone. Let them participate via the phone. It's not the exact same as being there, but at least they can take part in the conversation. Another thing I want you to do is to plan family nights and plan date nights. They're both equally important, and I recommend that you plan them weekly. They don't have to be long. It could be a couple of hours. You literally could have family night from 4 to 6 and date night from 6 to 8, but be intentional about carving that time out with each other. One thing that I did with my son when he was little, we'd have family night and we would play board games. So it doesn't always have to be about going out. You can think creatively and find things to do within the house. And then the last tip that I have of things that you can think of that you can do is to spend time with your individual children. So if you have more than one child, take some time and carve it out to spend with each child individually, because they are individuals and they may need that personal mom time. So dedicate that to them as well. Now, this is not an exhaustive list by any means, but rather something to get you started along your journey. So you can add to the list as much as you need. But the last thing I want to impart on you is to treat your family members like you would your manager or your coworkers. And what I mean by that is, so often we take all of this stuff in throughout the day and we're not allowed to vent and say what we want, and then we get home and we explode on your family. Don't do that. Give them the same respect that you would give your manager, the same respect that you give your coworkers, because you want to keep your job. Give them that same respect as well. They deserve it. Now, if you want more motivational tips like this, make sure you click that subscribe button as well as click the bell so you'll get a notification when I post new content. Starting next week, I'm going to start posting midday motivation on Monday mornings. So your Monday motivation. I think a lot of you guys would benefit from having it earlier in the day and being able to kickstart your day with motivation based off of different comments that I've read. So I'm going to switch that up for you guys, so make sure you're tuned in for that. I am Hope Knows. This has been your Monday motivation, and I will see you the next time. Be intentional today to make today great on purpose, to make this week great on purpose, because you are great. I love you. Bye.